Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. Please just put your questions in the chat just before I go live, so between like 11 and 12 Central Time in the US, Chicago time, and I make a list. If you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out and you can just pick and choose because I timestamp them as I go. So you can just choose from the buffet. And during the chat, during the live stream, anything in the chat in all caps is how you communicate with me. And other than that, please just type normally because people have whole conversations and they're really supportive of each other and kind. So, and thank you for that. We also have Epic Troll Slayers, which adds up to a really fantastic community. So thank you. All right, 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Thank you, Gretchen. And just so you know, this Saturday there's going to be another drawing for one of these pouches that I keep 2 decks of cards in. All you have to do is, the link's in the description if you want, but you just need to go to bookartmedia.com, which is the parent company of Black and Orange. It's my little publishing thing. Black and Orange is a part of Book Art Media because those are the things I create in. Those are kind of my mediums. I do stuff, books, I write books, I do graphic arts, and I do video. Book Art Media. Bookartmedia.com. Just sign up for the newsletter. That's all you have to do. It comes out monthly. You can unsubscribe at any time. And seriously, my goodness, I would never sell any information. And you'll get a monthly email. That's it. And it'll just be the updates of what's going on that month and just letting you know what's going on in my little creative world here. That's it. So it's not gonna blow up your I don't do like affiliate marketing and all this stuff. I'm not gonna blow up your email. So anyway, Electrostorm, do you have to be there on Saturday to win the prize? No. Nope. Sarah and I imagine Sarah will come back on with me, but she just pulls everybody who's signed up for the newsletter, and if you're already signed up, you're going to be included as well. And she just assigns a number. She just puts it in Excel, assigns a number to everybody, and then we do a big spinny wheel with a little bunny in the middle, a little bunny face spinning around in the middle, and it just randomly chooses a number, and that's who wins. So, all right. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Linda Sue Bueller, and trivia questions daily we mostly fail at. Oh yeah, in the afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Time in the US over on the Book Art Media YouTube channel. We do creative sprints. So we get together and we just focus on pick a creative project. It can be anything. We have people sewing, writing, doing graphic arts, painting, knitting, can be anything, but we just focus on our own projects for 25 minutes, and then we just encourage each other for 3 minutes and just rinse and repeat. That's every afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Time. And yes, there is usually a daily trivia question, and yes, we usually don't know the answer, but often somebody does. Just random. Somebody signed up. Thank you. Revolution Ricky. Okay, I subscribed. Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. All right. So the questions are we're going to be bouncing all over the place. So we're going to start in at five minutes in. And I put this first because really? Trump endorses Dr. Oz. That gonna make him a shoo-in? Hello, B. Smith in Ireland. There's a chilly evening autumn from a chilly Ireland cooking supper, so listening for a bit. Oh, thank you. So yeah, Trump endorses Dr. Oz. How's this going to go? I just hear laughter. He's a quack. Thank you, Jennifer. He quacks like a duck because he's a quack. And Trump's endorsement is not necessarily worth what you think it might be. By the way, have you seen the information on Trump's numbers? His people going to his rallies? He had a rally the other night in a place where the last time he was there, back in 2016 rather, when he was there, he had like 15,000 people. This time he had like 1,000 or 2,000 people. Mel Broussard says the Rolling Stone headline for that was "Fraud endorses quack." Trump endorses Dr. Oz. Fraud endorses quack. Yeah. Nostalgia. Back when if you were a TV star, you could do so much, especially if you were a white male TV star. Nostalgia, but Howling at the Moon. Knight of Wands. They're actually far right blankety blanks. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. The loss coming is I look, I know it doesn't even seem possible at this point, but I do keep getting that law enforcement is coming for Trump. I know. When? Could you please get on with it? Do you need money for a cab? Whatever you need to get to do something about this, please, law enforcement. But it's what I keep getting. There was this fraudulent picture right here on TV of Trump, fraudulent picture of Dr. Oz, the reality, things that didn't work. They both have these far right beliefs. They're not going to help. They're not supported very well. There are, I want to say there are a lot of candidates who are running in the primary for this seat. Is that correct? Or is it just a whole bunch of people running for the seat? Do I have the right one? But trouble's coming. Whew. Electra Storm says, didn't Dr. Oz start off as a great heart surgeon? What happened to him? Or was he always this bad and we didn't know it? His head got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you have to, I mean, it's the same way with commercial pilots, because I used to work on the edges of aviation, just edges. And I saw it happen in commercial pilots, where you have to have a certain amount of confidence to take this machine that's the size of a building and go take it up into the sky, which they do amazingly thousands upon thousands of times a day. Same thing with heart surgeons. You have to have quite a bit of confidence to be like, okay, something's broken. Let's go in and deal with that. So there's a certain kind of person in general who has that kind of mentality, but for some people it's not just confidence, it just becomes, the number of people I knew who as commercial pilots just started getting they maybe started out having sort of democratic leanings, but just started getting farther to the right and 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 farther to the right. The longer they were in, the more money they were making, the more successful they were. That's what happened to Dr. Oz. Oh, thank you, V. Yes, this is the 1,202 videos. That's where we are today. So how's this going to go? Two of Cups. Well, that's medical care. Three of Wands. Judgment. Empress. He's being endorsed by Trump, and that's extremism. And America's over here like, you know what? He has name recognition, but judgment. We're sick of this far right stuff. That's what I'm picking up. We'll have to see. True, Taylor B. They like the Republican tax cuts. They get on their wealth. True. But I don't know. It's sort of more than that. It's this confidence for some of them. Not all, of course, but for some of them, and I hope I've been clear about that as I've been speaking. For some of them, confidence crosses over into arrogance, which start crossing over into then the way people defer to them as, and then, and heaven forbid they end up on TV when they have a whole audience clapping for them and looking at them lovingly. And it just, year after year, I'm surprised I'm surprised Dr. Oz's had clear a door. So. Electra Storm says the reason I asked about Oz is because his profession hates him. He has no doctor backing him up. Okay. Thank you for keeping it clean, Ricky. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Blech. Taylor B, aka Ben Carson. I'm sorry, who? Ben Carson. Oh, yeah. I think I remember him. Okay. Cult. Far right cult. And trouble's coming for Trump. This is Oz over here like, hey, I'm going to be in politics. And this is like, okay, meanwhile, sort of truth and evidence coming out and Trump, blah, 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 blah. So whatever. Bye. Oh, no, I know, Mel, I know who Ben Carson was. I'm just falling asleep every time I say his name because that slow talking, it's the way Ben Carson talks, that super slow, quiet thing that he does. I guess, yeah, it would give people maybe some confidence if he was going to be their surgeon, that he was not going to do anything extreme. But some of that, it comes from, it's like there is a manipulative tactic that some people do unconsciously, some people do it consciously, where they either talk a little slower than everybody else or just a little more quietly than everybody else, because we are hardwired to be to get along in a society for the most part. And so you kind of lean forward and you kind of pay a little bit more attention to make sure you're hearing things correctly. And it's a manipulative tactic for attention. Is that why he's doing it? Maybe there's another reason, but I see it as a manipulative tactic. That's just me. Okay, 1530. We have a couple of questions left over from yesterday, including Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis. Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis are seemingly trying to outdo each other in contests of who can be the most awful. Thank you, Kate. No, seriously, okay, Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis, who's worse? But is there a true rivalry brewing? And if so, will we see them going after each other in some way, maybe on a campaign trail or something? Exactly. Michelle's Princess Ivanka comes to mind. It's the exact same thing. That breathy, yeah. And everyone's agreeing of the two. Yeah, it's kind of a tie. Yeah. But, oh, right, Abbott and DeSantis. I'm a farther right wing than you are. No me, no her. Yes, Princess Grift. Yep. All right. So, are you two, is your rivalry going to become an actual rivalry? Spiral Eye asked, Greg DeSantis or Ron Abbott? Don't say that too much or I will never get it right again. Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis. Actual rivalry? Well, they both want to be the star, but they're both governors, so they can be in their respective ponds. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Strength, Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. People are worse off because of the Trump dynasty, whatever. Oh, well, too bad. We are the strong ones, sitting pretty, working on the same sort of agendas. I'm not getting rivalry here. I mean, there's a certain amount of arrogance who wants to be the star, but So I'm assuming they both want to be president. Mel Broussard, yes. DeSantis and Abbott are in a race to the bottom. Who can be more cruel? Oh, the lies about Republicans. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Justice. They're trying to use the courts to get their agenda, but it's January 6th committee is coming. The things are going to start changing after the Supreme Court rules on women's reproductive health and throws things back to the states. And the January 6th committee comes out with their stuff. They think they're it's all full steam ahead, but they don't understand what kind of unsteady ground they're on. And hopefully they will learn that in the midterms. I don't know if either of them are actually up for anything in the midterms, but just for what voters are going to do. So, all right. 2045. Ron DeSantis has raised more than $100 million for his campaign, his reelection campaign. I thought that's what Trump had raised. And actually, it's more than 100 million by now, isn't it? Well, he's got quite the grift going. Is he looking to go bigger than Florida? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But let's have a look. Almenzi, yes. If they keep trying to rewrite the Constitution, they will find out the common woman is very unpleased. Yes. All right. Ron DeSantis. Ugh. I get a sense he would really not like me. Oh, well. 3 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. High Priestess. 4 of Cups. Whenever he comes up for re-election, he may get in again. I mean, or a Republican may get in again. There may be a refusal of kind of liberal ideas, but this is not huge. The card for the reading is celebrating Democrats, so it may be Democrats doing better than expected. In the center, I've got higher wisdom, women, and secrets. DeSantis is a big fish in his pond, but I think he would find. Does he go around the country at all? Because I think he might find things that he's not quite as welcome. Mel Broussard says DeSantis wouldn't like any strong woman. His tiny ego couldn't take it. Isabel Moss saying he wouldn't like any of us. It's mutual. Yeah, Betty Harper saying, oh, well. I shall not miss you when you're gone. 24. Gretchen had a question. 24. Will there be big demonstrations before the next election? Before the midterms on November 8th, between April 11th and November 8th, 2022. So rest of April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Will there be any major, I'm guessing U.S. demonstrations? Any major demonstrations in the U.S.? Feels like a yes, but let me see what the cards say. Electra Storm says DeSantis only goes outside of Florida for fundraisers. Thank you, Electra Storm. Institutions. Are there going to be demonstrations? And what I get is the card for the readings: institutions, establishments, government, federal, state, organized religion, and Congress. Any it can be big corporations, but let's see: 9 of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Very unhappy people. There's insult to injury. There's a lot of worry. This is kind of power to the people. Individuals who are seemingly small on their own come together. Revolution Ricky. I'm hoping they'll be dancing in the streets if Trump is arrested. You'll come on one day. I'll have put in a bar or something, and I'll be hanging upside down, going dancing on the ceiling. Major demonstrations. January 6th, the burden of the stuff they're bringing into the January 6th committee. I don't know exactly what that would lead to. Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Why would there be demonstrations? Why would there be demonstrations related to January 6th committee results? Odd. So there are a couple of things it could be. I wish I was getting clearer on your energy on this, but I think there could be, there are going to be demonstrations. Are they going to be kind of the massive countrywide demonstrations? It might be too broad of a question. 4 of Swords for me. And if there's anything wrong with a question or a reading, it's blame me. 3 of Cups, Chariot. Oh, it's not demonstrations. There will also be some good days where we're happy. But when they take away women's rights, so I would say yes, but not all demonstrations are going to be negative. That's what I'm getting. There are a lot of cross currents right now. Trillium Treasure says either conservatives think the results are a lie or liberals are upset they don't take action. I don't know. All right. I don't have a drink. I'm going to have time to get a drink. I'll just have to hang in there. 29:30. Linda Johnson had a question. Will there be new ethics laws for the Supreme Court? Yes, please. Please. Supreme Court ethics laws. New. Sorry, my nose itches right there. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Al. I will in a minute. Supreme Court. Queen of Swords. Those are judges. Although they can be legislators. Four of Pentacles. Well, they can pretty much do practically anything they want. I mean, unless Congress is willing to impeach them, remove them from office, and that's not happen. Remove them from the bench. And 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, Fool, 2 of Swords. I think there will. I think ultimately there will. And then from then on, if justices are acting like a fool, they're making legal decisions about, they have to make legal decisions based on their own conflicts of interest or ethics considerations. But right now, trying to stop them, that's good. Will it have, is this anytime soon? Anytime, like, will it have an effect this year? Like, come into being this year or something? Electra Storm says, I'm confused how the Founding Fathers had rules for everyone else but not the Supreme Court. Pretty amazed at everything they did manage to foresee, actually. But I hear what you're saying. Polywanda says, pack the courts as tight as a book of matches. I love your brain. I love how you think. And your way with words. It's great. Yeah, partnership amongst the Democrats. Working together. 2 of Wands. 3 of Cups. 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles. Judgment. Judgment. Yep. That's coming. Al Menzi said there are rules, they just barely have needed them. There are some rules, but there need to be more, I think. All right. Turn this up. There we go. Yes, Revolution Ricky, did you hear the Julian Lennon rendition of his father's song Imagine to raise money for Ukraine? I did. I watched that last night. It's amazing. And it makes you, because the obviously the physical mechanisms in his voice and Julian Lennon's voice are very similar to his father's, and you can hear it. You can hear it more at the beginning, I think, but he made it his own, and I think that's wonderful. And I understand why he doesn't want to sing his father's songs, But this is a good cause, and I think that's wonderful. All right. Let me see if I've got enough water in the coffee pot that I can go turn the coffee pot on. I shall be back in just one moment. Hold, please. Sorry about that. So when that's done, I should just have to pour some almond milk in it, and it'll be ready to go. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Things were kind of crazy this morning. All right. 36 minutes in. Claudia has the sixth question. Claudia's question is, will Ukraine take back Mariupol? The Ukraine soldiers there are in a huge disadvantage, but we already saw how Ukrainians are great at beating the odds. Oh, I just got this kind of heavy hotness just kind of ran down my arms reading that question. All right, will Ukraine take back Mariupol? Ukraine take back Mariupol. Man. Oh, Anna, I hope you feel better. Come on, Ukraine. Well, Ukraine is getting a lot of support. Ace of Cups. Seven of Cups. Hierophant. 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. All right, this is the Ukrainian government, the Ukrainian military, the Ukrainian establishment, Ukrainian resistance. This is them. There is a lot of stuff coming into Ukraine from the West, things we don't even know about. A lot of things we don't even know about, and it is helping immensely. But Putin is regrouping. And he has got some really vile fighters on the ground. Massacres. I mean, there's I have not seen Russia winning this overall, so perhaps it will just be Russia keeps it until the overall war is over. Bless Ukraine. Divine Spirit, bless Ukraine. Bless the Ukrainians. Bless all the world to raise the vibration for peace, for health, for happiness, for kindness. Divine Spirit, pour divine energy into the world of the highest vibration, raising the vibration higher and higher across the world for the good of all. For compassion, empathy, understanding, kindness, helpfulness. Bless. Eight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Not right now, but the little country that could. No one expected Ukraine to be able to stand up to Russia like it has, and they do. but there's been a lot of damage. But the way that Mariupol, that whole area in Ukraine, is hemmed in, their oppressors, it goes very, very unsteady. And then this is good. So it's just a matter of time. But for right now, we're waiting for the Russian side to falter in a bigger way. They've already faltered once by overextension and just being dumb enough to invade Ukraine. I think if there's one thing we have learned from all of this, it is do not mess with Ukrainians. Oh boy. I think I've got another question about this in here somewhere, but all right, 42. Jen Glenn had a question. 6 months after leaving the White House, Jared Lucius Malfoy Kushner secured a $2 billion investment from a fund led by the Saudi crown prince. Will Jared get into legal trouble? I thought that huge amount of money was for Trump's Truth Social thingy. What's it? Or is this different? All right, Lucius Malfoy, Jared Kushner. Jared Lucius Malfoy Kushner. Trying to figure out who Dobby would be in this situation. $2 billion. Ace of Cups. Lovers, Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man, Strength, Five of Cups. Well, he was able to get funding or whatever that was, but times they are changing. I think that Kushner companies, because it's not just him, it's his other members of his family, they might be able to keep some part of they might be able to keep some part of the company going, but Jared's got some problems here. And that money doesn't do what he was hoping it does. I don't know what this is about. Al Menzi says, no, Dobby, maybe Treacher. Could be. I'm over, sorry, Dobby. Jim Jordan? Rudy? Desrat said, people go hungry and he gets $2 billion. Isabel Moss points out that Lucius ended up in Azkaban. We can hope. Did he? I can't remember what happened to him. So I'm taking your word for it because I don't remember. I hope you feel better, Desrat. He's not as good of a business person as he thinks he is. Mar-a-Lago. It's my card for Mar-a-Lago, which means the stain of his father-in-law is right there. 5 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, Moon. He thinks he's untouchable. Absolutely untouchable. But I think there's some some form of democratic knight, someone fighting for the country, fighting for justice, fighting the good fight, going in and upsetting this perfect little world a bit. But I'm not getting a lot of details how, and I don't think it's for a while. That's what I've been getting on him for quite a while. Eventually, but all right. Well, we'll keep checking back. $47.30. Okay. Actually, I'm going to make this 48 if that's okay. I'm just going to go put some almond milk in my coffee, and I will be right back. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. Well, I've got the song Imagine stuck in my head. Thank you for your patience with me. There we go. All right. So, Nikki Rigel had a question, and that is, will Trump be found guilty for the January 6th insurrection, for his part in the January 6th insurrection? So, I guess we're talking about criminal charges. Will Trump be found will he be charged? Will he be convicted? That's the word I was looking for. Will he be Donald Trump Sr., the Orange Menace himself, will he be convicted with something with the January 6th insurrection? Thank you, Sherry. High Priestess. I'm hoping this is talking about the January 6th, because Liz Cheney has been basically heavily hinting that there's a lot more that they know that we don't. There are some big things that they know that we don't. So, fingers crossed. Al Menzi, I've not seen the new Pink Floyd video. Then again, I've never been a Pink Floyd fan. I don't get it. It's not for me. It's not for me, but that's okay. So, there's the sun. There's the Emperor. 3 of Swords, Emperor. And the arrogant toddlers and the other white supremacist, disgusting human beings backing the Emperor, trying to take down democracy. It completely failed. And they kept trying. And Trump's even going out there now still saying that the election was stolen from him. All right, well, the cards are saying what happened, but what is going to happen to crumpled, thin-skin Trump? Will you be convicted of wrongdoing? The January 6th insurrection. You're part in the January 6th insurrection. I just saw in the chat, Be Kind is saying he needs to be convicted of something because people are losing faith in the justice system. Yeah, this is America. We're waiting. We're waiting. It's middle of April 2022, and Trump's walking around. Gates is walking around. Bannon's trial isn't even until, I want to say, July 18th. Mark Meadows has been referred for contempt of Congress. He's walking around. Nothing's happened there. All right, 9 of Cups, Star, 3 of Pentacles, Magician. Whose idea was it? That's what it comes down to. They have the evidence. It's all sorted out. Working out some star witnesses. This was the plan. This was the Republican plan to overturn the election. But who are the people behind it? Who was the first person who said out loud, let's do the thing? And I think it's going to go back to that person, but it's also going to be the people who went along with it. People being held accountable. Now, why isn't the IRS having a massive audit on Trump? Fool. Thought he could do whatever he wanted. 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, these are all the people who were involved. This is going to prison for not cooperating. It's a lot. It's a lot of people involved. A lot of people who they have proof were involved. Oh my gosh. It's just, the energy is overwhelming. Overwhelming. And I have trouble, after everything we've been through, it's easy to get jaded. And it's easy, for me, it can be easy to feel like, what are the January 6th committee going to do? Got my hopes up with the Mueller report. I got my hopes up with the first impeachment trial. I got my hopes up with the second impeachment trial. I got my hopes up with, and it just goes on and on. But it keeps saying so. Al Menzies says they're backlogged on last year's Little People audits. Yeah, probably. Okay. And Shockwave, I've got my questions for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Just put your questions in the chat before I start. So between like 11 and 12 Central Time, Chicago time in the US. So. Okay, because your questions are important. Yeah, they really are. I'm here to answer your questions. All right, 56. Trillium Treasures says, oops, 56. Okay. Kremlin warns against further NATO expansion. Finland and Sweden want in ASAP. Well, he warns against further NATO expansion. But, as my mother would say, tough toenails. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I really don't gather questions for tomorrow when I'm here. There's so many people who are right there waiting, who want me to take questions tomorrow between 11 and 12. So please just put them in tomorrow. And there's a link to tomorrow's live stream is in the description box in every one of these videos. So. Yes, Mel Broussard. Tough darts, Eloise. Exactly. Shockwave. I understand what you're putting in the chat. I appreciate it. It's in all caps with emojis, which really gets my attention. But I have my questions for today, my friend, and I need to finish reading on the questions I have, please. So your questions are important to me, but I can't do anything with that right now. I'm sorry. Okay. 58:15. So Kremlin warns against further NATO expansion. Finland and Sweden want in ASAP. And as my mother says, tough toenails. What's going to happen there? Could Putin do anything? Will he be able to do anything? I don't know that he'll be able to do anything. Further expansion of King of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands. He tough toenails. NATO expanding. If one is attacked, the others will come to their defense. And Putin's economy and his ability to rebuild his military, not great. So he's on the defensive. Would he eventually try to do something? He's weakened financially, militarily. There are parts from overseas they can't get to build new tanks, to do various things. But it's good to see NATO expanding. Peace treaties are good. Treaties of we're in this together and we will come to each other's aid, therefore there will be no fighting amongst us. Good stuff. Seven of Cups. King of Cups. Six of Swords. Five of Wands. He's just sitting over there. The West is sitting here. He's sitting there. The West is moving weapons and defensive stuff in, and he's just sitting there. He's weakened. Yeah, be careful what kind of threats you start making, Putin, because yeah, that's all I'm getting there. Okay. At 1:45. The EU is discussing a sixth package of sanctions against Russia, the Danish foreign minister says. Okay, are these having an effect? When will it finally crack the Russian economy? Because we've got to stop this. I don't want people to suffer, which is why this war needs to stop. A sixth round of sanctions. Putin tried to become tried to make the country self-sufficient as he could, but there are still just things he can't get. Okay, it's cutting in deep. Russians being thrown back on their own devices, their own country. Star, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords. It's crunching. You know, I keep getting that metaphor of like a big old wooden ship, like a galleon, just a big, but the seas are really rough, and the main support wood is starting to bend and crack, and that sort of thing. I just got a mental image of if anybody has ever seen what termites can do to a house, where you look at a beam and you just touch it and you just go like that, and the whole thing it's powder, just crumbles. I just got a mental image of somebody reaching up, putting their hand on one of the beams inside this space, and it just crumbles. It's squeezing. It's having a big effect. And it's to try to stop a war. Can it please stop this war soon? Like now? Magician again. Ace of Swords. Knight of Cups. Justice. The West is going to keep up the pressure. I guess that's the only good news here. The West is not weakening on this. That's good. It's most vexing. The whole situation is most vexing. $105.30. Ukraine is calling for more military aid. Will they get it? Energy's hard today. You know, I have days I'm here and it's like, yes, we're going. And some days it's just, that's life. That's how life is. Ukraine is begging for more military aid. Will they get it? Come on, what was me here? There. Two cards at the end. Gretchen says the energy does feel rough. Frida Smet said it's the astrology. Stephanie saying it's hard to slog through a smelly swamp sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Knight of Wands. Empress. I have too many cards. Temperance. And two for the end. Emperor. The Five of Wands. Ukraine is going to win. Somehow, Ukraine is going to win. Putin thought he'd just send a few soldiers in there, and he made the decision, just go and just take that. Oh, yeah, great country, think we'll take it. And it's like, no, you won't. That's Ukraine, that's temperance. No, you won't. And this leaves Emperor Putin, the people around him, the whole thing is this is very chaotic energy, but this is very strong. Hey, Putin, dimwit, you can't win this. Go home. Electra Storm says, I wish I could take you on a spa vacation, but you don't want to take a break. No, I don't want to take a break, but a spa vacation. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Yes, Katie Arbuckle. Go home, Putin, you're drunk. Three more cards. Ukraine's calling for more weapons. All right, four more cards. That's fine. And Moss says he's in denial. He is. William says, it's called relaxing. I relax. I will relax when I've got my business going more. Eight of Pentacles. Working. All right, Four of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm just getting more and more about the war. I'm not getting anything. Like I think the West is going to help them, but Putin's forces, they are coming together in the East and restocking. Come on, sanctions. Come on, sanctions. Hello, Be Gray. Deania, I'm not even going to repeat that, but okay. 1:10:45. Jen Glenn had a question. a look at this week. All right, let's do that. So today is Monday. We will look at this week. So today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. My weeks start on Sunday, so this week. Oh, well, we did have some good news yesterday, so good. It feels like a good week. Devil. So that's Monday. Tuesday, Strength. Wednesday, Ace of Swords. Keep getting sharp cards on Wednesdays. Thursday, High Priestess. Friday, King of Wands. Oh, Friday, something coming out about Trump, perhaps. Saturday, disappointment. Disappointment that somebody wasn't able to knock down all the Democratic stuff. So today there's some heinous stuff in the news, but tomorrow maybe some strength will show. I feel like something new coming out, on some new information coming out Wednesday. This is about the secrets, using your higher wisdom, women's rights. I'm trying to figure out if these two are related. Like coming to light, these are the secrets. No, this is different. But Friday, something comes out about Trump, and Saturday we've got we held off somebody destroying stuff. This might be more leaks from the January 6th committee. But that's what I'm getting. The worst day apparently is today. And I can totally agree with that. It's only 1:25 p.m. here, and already it's been kind of a day. Oh. So, and I know Miss Sarah has had quite the morning. She had to go get passports for two of her kids, and she ended up having to go to a nearby state, and last minute the people putting together the trip hadn't organized it very well, so everything's last minute, and they couldn't take pictures once they got there, so she had to try one Walgreens, and that didn't work, and another Walgreens, and something's wrong with their camera, and they finally got there, and they finally got it done, is the last message I got from her. But she's going to be just exhausted. Yeah. All right. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for going through all of this with me. And Linda Sue says, I hate last minute. I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, but anyway, hang in there. We're going to get through it. And it is 1:27 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You are always welcome. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. Also, tomorrow night, I will be over on a channel called Aiden Learns Tarot. Aiden sometimes comes to in the chat. He's learning tarot, hence the name, and he has some questions about tarot and my experiences and what have you. So I'll put a link up on the community page and in social media and whatnot. But that's tomorrow evening. All right. So yes, I agree, Linda McMurtry. Take care. Things will be okay. They will. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow.